Alright guys, so this is gonna be another commentary video. I haven't made these in a long time. As you can see, we're playing Minecraft, man. You know, I died. You know what? Why not hop on freaking Minecraft? You know, who don't like Minecraft? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I'm gonna try to go to Bed Wars over here. Actually no, let's do Sky Wars. But so for today, right, we're gonna be talking about why what. Oh, all right. So today we're gonna be talking about why I will not settle for less than, I'll say, like a 7 out of 10. You know what I mean? What do I mean by a 7 out of 10? What the frick is going on with my green screen? Hold on. What do I mean by a 7 out of 10? You know what I'm saying? Specifically, right? A 7 out of 10, or at least I'll even say a 6 out of 10, is slightly above average. You know what I'm saying? So a 7 out of 10, that's decently above average. You know what I mean? So any girl that is, you know, pretty attractive compared to the average woman, I will say is like a 6 to 7 out of 10. However, I personally only would date a 6 out of 10 if like their personality and their body is like to the T. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna really keep it real with y'all, bro. I 100% judge based off of looks. You know what I mean? If there's a girl, where the hell am I going, bro? Am I supposed to go in here? No, I ain't gonna lie, guys. I'm new to Minecraft, low key. Like, oh wait, hold on. Yeah, I just came back. I'm kind of new to Minecraft. I don't really play in servers. I kind of just watch niggas, so bear with me. Plus, I'm talking at the same time. Okay, I guess I'll just click on one of these some solos. But yeah, I will say I do judge a lot based off of, you know, the cover. If I see a girl with a lot of makeup, I'm gonna assume that, you know, she is pretty chopped. I feel like girls that tend to wear a lot of makeup, they tend to be pretty chopped. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having a lot of makeup. Well, having makeup, I do feel like having a lot of makeup is OD, especially if it's not even your birthday, man. I mean, why are you putting it on all that makeup unless you're chopped? You know what I mean? So I do want a girl that is naturally pretty, naturally beautiful. You know what I mean? Now, I feel like a lot of people will assume I'm trying to date a fucking model. And like, listen, I know, I understand. The higher my standards are when it comes to looks, the more rich I have to be. That's just the truth of the matter, bro. I understand that most attractive girls have a lot of options, and they tend to date people that have a lot of money, or they're extremely good looking, or they mostly have both. You get me? Now, me personally, right? I don't think I'm like a peak, you know what I'm saying, looking individual. I do feel as if I am above average when it comes to physical looks, though. I mean, just besides my face, you know, I am very fit, like extremely fit, you know what I'm saying? I've always been athletic, you know what I'm saying? But just recently, I am definitely way more muscle toned. And, you know, and that's something I've been working on, you know what I'm saying? That's not something I was just born with, you know? Because as a man, your value more lies into what you can like provide and stuff. And I'll get to that later. Oh, my team has been eliminated. But yeah. Okay. Like I said, I generally don't know how to fucking do this shit, and I'm trying to do this while talking. So, am I dead? What the fuck? All right, I guess I'm dead. Oh well. Anyways, at least I can talk. You know what I'm saying? Focus now. But yeah, I'll get into that later. But as of now, I will just put out there, man. I would not settle for a female that is below, you know, at least a 6. You feel me? She definitely has to be above average. The reason I say this is because I literally kid you not, I will see the most beautiful looking girls with the most decent looking guy. And I'm not even trying to like say they're ugly. They're actually just okay looking. So when I compare them to me, and I don't like to compare myself, but just, you know, for the example, when I compare them to me, I'm like, okay, clearly they're not ugly. They're not like an insane looking individual. The first thing you could think about is, okay, they probably have a lot of money. But sometimes that's not even the case. Some people generally just get lucky, bro. They find a girl that is pretty dang attractive and they like them for their personality. And honestly, bro, I'm happy for them. And that is the same reason why I will not settle, because I know it's possible. Now, yes, obviously, I don't know how long that's going to take, because I feel like I'm not, you know, I won't say I'm not simple, but I am very not regular when it comes to like the type of personality I am. I do feel as if I'm kind of complicated in a way, but at the same time, I'm not looking for a complicated person. I'm just looking for someone that can complement, you know what I'm saying, who I am. You know, for instance, right, I want a girl that's Christian, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want her to be like insanely, like super duper religious, if that makes sense. Like, I want a girl that believes in God and she fears God, but she's not like 24/7 talking about the Bible. Because I have encountered girls that were religious or they believed in God, and I thought I would like that. Turns out I don't. It's very annoying because a lot of people come from trauma, and because of their trauma, they came to religion. And I'm not looking for that. I'm just looking for a person that believes in God because they believe in God. It doesn't have to be because they went through this and that. No, they just believe in God for whatever reason, and they just live their life. It's that simple. I'm not looking for a pastor. You know what I mean? So that's one thing I realized. I want a girl that believes in God and obviously takes, you know what I'm saying, her belief serious, but not to the point where it's like she doesn't want to do shit. Like, she don't even like me cussing. That is one thing. Niggas dead ass be taking it to the point where me cussing is a problem. I can't have that, bro. Because at the end of the day, everyone has their own boundaries. And I'm not going to force a girl to put up with somebody she doesn't, you know what I'm saying, like, being around. So that's one thing I'm like, okay, so that in itself is hard to find because not a lot of people, one, even believe in God. Well, I wouldn't say not a lot of people, but specifically actually like care for, you know what I'm saying, their belief. Some people just say like, oh yeah, I mean, I go to church, but they don't really take it like serious. Like, they don't pray consistently. They don't really think about their actions and how they can affect themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people out there that say they believe in God, but they don't really like care much about it. You know what I'm saying? And then there's also people, like I said, that take it way too far, in my opinion. So it's like, I'm trying to find a good balance. So that's number one. Number two, a girl that watches anime. I would love to find a girl that watches anime. I'm not saying she has to be like an anime nerd, but at least, you know, have a pretty cool opinion on it. Like, you know, like, oh yeah, I watch anime from here and there. You know, probably like one or two. Even if it's just one anime, I don't care. I just can't have a girl that doesn't like anime, bro. I'm sorry. Cause like, how are we gonna have our anime nights, man? Like, you tell me I'm over here staying up to watch the latest freaking, I don't know, maybe in the future Hunter x Hunter season 2 comes out, and you over here talking about, man, why don't you just, yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not getting no wins on here. But anyways, bro, damn, that nigga, how'd he get there so fast, bro? Shit, like, we dead ass got Minecraft tryhards, bro. You know what I mean? Anyways, yeah, I'm not trying to watch my new Hunter x Hunter season 2. You know what I'm saying? Am I freaking out? Hold on. Let me close the door. Man, I'm not trying to watch season 2 of Hunter x Hunter, and then my girl talking about, why don't you just hang out with me? You know, let's go outside. Let's do this and that. It's like, no, let's watch anime together, man. You know? And it's like that. Like, I feel like it's not hard to find, but like I said, the combination of my multiple beliefs and interests, you know what I'm saying, plus an attractive girl, it's just not common out here. And that comes to number 3, a girl that goes to the gym, man. Listen, I need a girl that goes to the gym. I'm sorry. I can't fathom marrying somebody that doesn't care about their physical health. I just can't. Because what do I look like in the gym until I'm fucking dead? And then you don't even want to run on a treadmill for like an hour a day. It's like, come on, bro. It doesn't even have to be an hour. It could be like 30 minutes a day. And it's like, if you can't take time out of your day to just take care of yourself, bro, it's just, I can't have that, man. I can't have that in my genetics. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, obviously there's tons of girls that are like genetically gifted. You know, they don't have to work out. But guess what? That's all gonna fade once they get old. So I need someone that's at least trying, you know what I'm saying, to keep their health in check. So by the time they're like fucking 50, they're not a freaking blob. You know, I'll be honest, bro. I'll be seeing a lot of y'all women, you know, when y'all hit y'all, you know, 40s even, y'all just, y'all don't got it no more. I'm just keeping it stacked, bro. And like I said, I'm not saying that, you know, everyone has to be like that, but for me personally, that I would prefer a woman that can at least, you know, keep their body shape. Not saying they have to be a model, but just don't be fucking obese. You know what I'm saying? It's really that simple. I feel like we have lost that standard. You know what I'm saying? And I think, at least for me, I'm gonna keep it. You know, I need my woman to be in shape, bro. All right. What the hell just happened? Oh shit, my fault. But yeah, can't have that. See here, bro. Beliefs, you feel me? A balance of believing in God, but also not, you know what I'm saying, being a freaking bot. You feel me? To the point where everything is about, you know what I'm saying, your religion. And then two, being open to watching anime. And then three, taking care of yourself. All right. And I feel like all that combined in a girl that also matches my personality, but not necessarily is like me, but likes my personality, is pretty hard to find if they're above a 6. You know what I mean? Or at least a 6 and up. You feel me? It's hard to find that. You know? I'm sure I could find that in girls that are below a 6. But girls that are above a 6, they're either already cuffed or they just don't like me. You feel me? But I'll be honest, I genuinely don't have that much. I don't have that big of a pool. I don't have that big of a pool where I'm from. At least, like, in my specific area, I don't really see that many, like, the most, I ain't gonna lie, bro. On average, I'll probably be seeing like a 6 and a 7. I don't really see many 8 and ups. You feel me? So like even trying to find a good looking woman in itself is hard. And then when you combine that with like, you know, my standards and stuff, it's just like, it's damn near impossible. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna give up, because I say this all the time. I'd rather be single forever than marry somebody because I settled. Now there's a difference between settling for looks and settling for you know, everything else. I'm okay with dating if I were to date a 5, right? If I were to date a 5, it would be because she literally has everything else. You feel me? She takes care of her body. Is someone about to attack me? Okay. She takes care of her body. She believes in God. She's not super duper deep religious, but she does respect and fear God. And she watches anime, bro. And she really like, and I really mess with her personality, bro. Bro, I would date that 5. You feel me? So it's not like I wouldn't settle for looks, but anything below a 5, I feel like it's OD. Because a 5 is average, by the way, just to make that clear, you know. Damn, should I go? I might just go to the middle. A 5 would be average. So yeah, like, bro, I would date a 5 if she had all of those qualities. But what are, like, I can't even find a girl with those qualities in general. You know what I mean? So besides the looks, I feel like just my standards alone are just pretty high, bro. Because I don't want to marry somebody that I get tired of. You know what I mean? I think that's the problem with a lot of marriages. People tend to just date somebody because she looks only good, but they don't really like their personality. Or they date somebody because of their personality, but they don't really think they're that attractive, you know? And I'm like, bro, I need best of both worlds, man. Like, there can't be one significantly lacking, you feel me? I feel like that is okay. I don't think that's a bad take at all, you know? So, yeah, when I say I wouldn't date a girl that is below average, yes, that is what I would prefer. But if it came down to it, I would date a girl that is average in the face. However, her body would obviously make up for that. And then, you know, personality, beliefs, and what she enjoys. You feel me? But where the hell is everybody? Okay, there's one person over there. But as long as the face is lacking and the body, it's more than likely I'm not gonna want to even talk to her in the first place. And I think that's just normal. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? So that is why I'm like, you know what? I'm not settling. You feel me? So that's just what it is, bro. And yeah, let me know if y'all think that I'm being too picky, or, you know, because I really feel as if that there's nothing wrong with wanting the best for yourself, you know? At the end of the day, not everybody can... I dropped my sword. I stood no chance, bro. That nigga had diamond helmet and shit. I stood no chance. But yeah, bro. Let me know if I'm tripping. Like, cause I be telling my friends this, bro. Like, I just can't see myself dating somebody that isn't at least like honestly a 7. Even a 6 in itself is like, it's cool. But like, I really try to reach for the stars, bro. That's just who I am. You know what I mean? Because if somebody else can have it, why can't I? And it's not even like they're that much higher than me when it comes to looks. You feel me? They just simply found somebody for them. So I know it's possible. And maybe I do got to get a little bit of money. That's what I plan to do anyways. So if that's what it takes to at least get to that standard, and then find a girl that actually has a, you know, a genuine liking into me, obviously I'm gonna have to attract her physically and financially. By the way, you can get a girl because you have wealth, but she also likes you for you at the end of the day. But that's just what attracted her. So I mean, it's definitely possible to find a girl when you have, you know, that status. It is hard though to find a genuine girl. But I feel as if it's like, bro, by the time I'm about to turn 20 in June. From now to like 25, bro, if I don't get a girl, I'm not tripping. You know what I mean? But I feel like by the time I'm like 30, bro, I will have been able to like go to multiple places, and, you know, obviously I'll have money by then. So I feel confident that, okay, there's tons of places where I can go to find attractive women that are my type. All I have to do is find somebody that's for me. How long that's going to take, I don't know. But at the end of the day, it could go on the first try, or it could go on the 100th try. The point is, though, I'm not going to stop until it happens. And I feel like that's a good mentality to have. Obviously, it gets tiring. It gets frustrating. Trust me. It does. How are you here already? How did he get here? How did he get there, bro? He must have had an Ender Pro or some shit. I don't fucking know. I'm done with this shit. But yeah. By the time I'm that age, I feel like I'll easily be able to find somebody because I'll have a wider dating pool, you know. But obviously, it depends on where I go. Obviously, I'm not going to try to cuff a girl that I fucking met at a Miami spring break. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm going to cuff a girl that I met, you know what I'm saying, probably at the library or the store, you know, something like that, bro. But that's my mindset. But yeah. So with that being said, guys, I hope y'all, you know what I'm saying, enjoyed this little commentary. You feel me? Let me know what y'all think, man. Do y'all think my standards are too high? I'm asking for too much. You feel me? Or do y'all actually think I'm valid? Let me know below, man. And with that being said, I'll see y'all later. And just remember, Jesus loves you, man. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.
Freestyle flows like Michael Phelps. Feel like MJ cause I'm feeling myself. Morphine catch me killing myself. Goddamn man, I think I need help.